Okay, okay. It's time to start. As usual, here I am. Hello. I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Hair all over the place. Definitely need that haircut. But here we are. Oh, where's my camera? Here I am. Oh, what's going on? Am I balding? Oh no, it's just really bright light. Okay, I was like, no, finally it's happening. No, no, right? Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Not that it worries me too much. It's really bright right now. Time is coming. We're doing our hello, not a potato. Welcome. It's time for some game dev. Gonna get rid of this. We've been making pretty good progress so far in the past few days. Still, I mean, writing an event on the spot is a little bit pressure. Oh, a little bit of pressure for me to handle because I don't like writing in public. Because I take quite a while to do that. I shuffle with words a lot. Let's see, where were we? I wonder if Revi had a chance to separate the layers so that the ship and the components are different. If not, I'll just ask him to do that. Revi, for those of you who doesn't know, is our artist for this particular game. There may be one. Nothing. Okay, I'm gonna send a message. Let's see. Hey, just a reminder. Could you make the base ship PNG for Caravel, then update the image for the equipments with the new outlined version in... I forgot where it was. I think it's under image. Oh my goodness. A little sniffly because I just ate a little bit of warm and spicy food. But we can manage here. It's probably under... Oh, it's not under ship. Oh, it's under ship. Here it is. It's going to be images ship. And replace images in images ship. Thanks. All right, hopefully that'll work. That should be enough messaging. Okay, we were able to light the ship up. That sounds a little vulgar. We were able to light up the ship. That's what we did last time. Oh, my separation of my hair is a little weird right now. I don't know. Hold on. I am vain. So I have to check this real quick. This feels all over the place, doesn't it? Am I crazy? Like it's not going the same direction. Okay, well, whatever. I'm also flipped, so it's not going to be easy. Whatever. All right. I'll leave that alone. There's too much things to worry about. But anyways, we were doing one of these things. We turned it on. There's a little power label here. And we can place the power. And by turning it on, we can keep it online. And we can keep 4 of them on instead of just 2. Lovely. What else? I want to be able to kind of click on these equipments and see what they are. That might be kind of fun, being able to click. So let's, hey Godot, on YouTube as well. I do wonder if there needs to be some sort of sound effect for when power comes online for different, maybe the clicking noise. We might have something like that. Let's see. Let's see what kind of sound effects we're working with here. Under audio, actually, I might have one. Audio scene. Let's listen to it. There might be a click. More Manual sound. I can't really hear it very well. More mechanical sound. I'm going to have to up the Godot sound so I can hear it. I'll lower this one real quick. Passable. Maybe. Not bad. That's not bad. I mean, that definitely sounds more mechanical. And that's something else. Okay. I think I'm going to use this sound. SFX selection. Yeah, SFX selection 3 is what we will be using for that particular one. So on the ship, I suppose. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Little phlegmy, little gross. It's okay. Let's do that real quick. And then on handle room powered. That's good. That means things are flipping on and off here, right? So we have rooms which we were connecting the signal called power triggered, I believe. And then we do this. So here I think we can just simply do the audio thing and go, hey, when the power triggers, play SFX selection 3. I think we can get away with that. Let's try it. Aha, beautiful. Love that. I do love that sound. I'm going to reduce the Godot sound a little bit, increase the background music. I need to get water. I'm going to get water real quick. I'll be back. It won't be too long. Water's here. And then I suppose I should also turn on the background light. Not that most of you guys care about that too much. Wow, there's so much sunlight in my face right now. Maybe it's okay. For once, we're not going to look too digital. But I do feel washed out right now with this intense sunlight in my face. Okay, so turning on and off is great. I think it might be good to add some descriptions here. For example, like right here, when I hover over these components, I feel like there should be a description of what they do, right? I guess the question is, do we put the description as like a little pop-up, maybe? Pop-up menu? I think that might be a good idea. And then I suppose the starting equipment is a... Okay. I also need to make it so that the selection can be canceled. Oh my gosh, my eye's burning right now. That is way too bright. But it's okay. I think we can manage. Clearly, I was ready for this stream. I'm burning out. It's way too hot. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm gonna have to. I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay, I had to put on the blind because it was way too bright. And it was also getting really hot. So we'll keep that at that and turn on some background light like we do. Gotta get to that game dev mode, which is, I guess, a mode with all the gamer lights on. If you're on Twitch, don't forget you can change my background light. Not that it is important. That's just some way to change and interact with me and bother me here and there, I suppose. I believe last time the color was red, but I'm gonna do orange this time. Yeah, there you go. It's so warm. My goodness. Okay, let's see. So we were saying I wanted to make it so that the little selector, little equipment editor, should allow canceling, I think. So let's think about a few UX here. You go in. You know, being able to interact with this while doing this is not a bad idea. That's okay. We select 2 people. We embark. We can commit. Mechanically speaking, I think you should be able to start with 1 starting equipment. Yeah. We're going to say, well, we'll have figured this out right now. So I should say choose 1 equipment. Choose 1 to start. Like, so if I place it like this, it gets placed. But if I select something else, it should immediately remove that item from the ship, I think. So we'll do that. Okay, here. Equipment edit. And this one, I think we're going to have some modes here. Var mode. I suppose we'll say, yeah, var equip, garage mode, no. Mode or type. Equipment edit type. Type will be an enum. And then this enum will have like a version where owned, which is only show owned equipments and equipments. And then we'll say start, or yeah, start. Select starting, which will be choosing starting equipment. And what I want to do here, instead of state, suppose edit becomes visible, ship equipment edit UI state, and it becomes visible if show equipment window is on. And specifically, I think we want to say here, so over here, the game state manager, select starting equipment. Instead of that, we can check the current state. So I think the window itself can be aware of the state. So I would say when when visibility changes, I suppose, right? Because that's when it's gonna come online. When its own visibility changes. I think, did I not do that on the right one? Yeah, ship equipment edit. If visible, and I guess state, current state equals state. Sure, I guess it should be game state manager states, and then it's select starting equipment. If that's the case, then we want this equipment edit type to be to select starting, because I think otherwise we want to make it so that it is. And reason I'm doing this is because I want to distinguish between selecting the starting equipment, which follows a certain specific rule, but I also want to reuse the logic I used here for specifically when in the middle of the game, when player can edit the game, right? Okay, so what happens when we're doing select starting? There are a few things I want to do here. A few things. I suppose I could also make this into its own thing. I don't think it depends on anything else, does it? On ready, component, grid container. Yeah, it's all its own children. So I think I can make a scene out of this by itself. I suppose this would be... It's not quite... It is UI. It is also a ship, technically speaking, because it's ship equipment. Feels like it's not big enough to make a whole new folder for it. Dialog distress call event game UI. Ship component edit. Oh, it's already there. Okay, cool. Let's make it ship component edit window or whatever. That's a window. And if you go into it, this can be true visible by default, but on this version, we're going to turn it off by default. All right, cool. Now we can see it. Things will be listed. I think we're going to have a little label down here that probably will say starting instruction label, and it'll say something like choose one equipment to start with. I guess just choose one equipment is sufficient, isn't it? And technically, I think I might be able to actually add it in here and anchor this to be something else. So we have a panel here, and this one is already anchored custom. I think it should actually be, so we have a panel, and this should also be anchored, I think. And we'll put it at the center, right? Because this whole thing is only this much. We'll do little center top. Beautiful. And then we'll bring it down a tad bit. Of course, we should use different fonts to make it more spicy. New label setting, font. What's the font? What's the file name for font? TTF. TTF. That's too speech-like. How about equipment? I think equipment is probably, no, not that. Probably the most appropriate one. Okay, not bad. Cobalt. I don't know what that is. Oh my goodness, excuse me. And then IBM, we're reserving it for like print paper, right? Yeah, so I think we do equipment on this one. And we'll do 32. And let's do center top again. Center top. And we'll bring it down a tiny bit. Right there. I guess it's centered, technically speaking. Yeah. Okay. I think that's okay. This might work. And this particular component, we want to make it so that it's only visible. Component map, process, yes. Under process, we'll say this thing is visible if the current equipment edit type is selecting starting. For the time being. So it won't show up unless it's that mode. Yep, choose one equipment. Oh. Some of the connecting, as I made it into a scene, some of the connecting components have disappeared, it seems. Strange. What do I have? Start placing ship component. Right here. Wait, was it always like this? Uh-oh. I might have broken something unintentionally. I don't think this was always pass here. Oh no. Pretty sure there used to be something where it's like if I click it, things show up. I'm gonna have to go look at the get history on that one. So this one is what's the file name here? I'm gonna close everything. Close all. Hopefully that won't break anything. Something's happening for sure. It feels like something's definitely broken here. Because this one right here, ship equipment edit on start placing ship equipment. Maybe not. Maybe there was somebody else that was listening to it. Maybe this one right here. Or was it mouse that was listening to it? Because somebody was calling switch to ship grid mode. And that was being called from out here on ship equipment edit start placing ship equipment. Ah, this connection has been disconnected for somehow. Not sure how, but it did. Did I do that? Why did that happen? Weird. Hello, Rodrigo. Welcome. There you go. Okay, that's a little bit more like it. Okay. And now I want to make it so that only one of them can be selected here. So if I select this now, this should go away immediately, I think. And I should be able to cancel selection by clicking on it again. So we'll do that. Hey, Ravi. I exported the ship by itself, sent you some message about the rest. Okay. Thank you. Hopefully that won't collide with anything I already have. It hasn't been committed. Whatever. I guess you might not have pushed. Secret messages. For the components, I mean, I did that myself, like manually. Ideally, you can just replace them with the same name right here, like this, break room as a PNG. If you feel that they need to be replaced, then it'll automatically update in the program. If that makes sense. Yeah, that'd be helpful. That might work. Nice. With the new caravel. No conflict. Empty. Yay. Okay. Perfect. All right. Anyways, as I was saying, they're not... The files are not in the commit? Hold on. I have to check the Git if that's the case. Hold on. It's possible that I... Huh. It would be weird if it's not. Hold on. Git add images. I wonder if there's ignore. Or not status. Git ignore, I think. No, it's I wonder if there's a .ignore file here. Or git ignore. Yeah, there is. Let's see. Let's see if I can open that file. See if that does anything. If it might have PNG files in it, which I'll be surprised if it does. Oh yeah. It's under images. Yeah, not ship images. I know they got moved around quite a bit here and there. Consistency on all is that's something we are working with here. But meanwhile, I'm gonna try to make it so that I can deselect the equipment thing. So we have, I suppose, right now we have this thing where we can select. If I select something else, it should turn off the other thing. So we should do that here. So ship equipment window. The logic we have so far is something gets clicked. The button gets clicked. And I'm guessing we are connecting that somehow. Button GUI input. Yep. And the button, we set it to be selected. I think we can keep track with the selected button, honestly. So for now, we'll say var selected button, which will be, what's the type of them? They are ship component panel. Oh, wait, I already have that. Alas. So we already have this logic. Button GUI input happens, this becomes it. Technically, if we say, hey, this is being clicked, if it already exists, we want to make sure it is no longer selected. And then we're going to start emitting that. Yeah. That should work. So at least I should be able to toggle on and off. Like that. Perfect. And then let's see. Also, right now, I used to have it so that once you place it, they go away, but they are staying there. So we probably want to change that as well. I mean, a lot of the functionalities seem to have disappeared here. I think the side effect of me having to made like this thing as save branch as seen, some of the connections that used to be there is gone. A little confusing. Ravi says, I wonder if I should separate things like the med kit, medicine cabinet, and medical bed. I mean, if you have the time, I feel like it's almost too much work as of right now. But it's true. Like maybe the medical bay should have those little med packs in them only if you have the item. That could be fun. Little detail to pay attention to. I think. Pretty legit. I think those are a good point. I mean, I feel like having everything separated and having them be reflective of some information is always really cool. If it's not too much work. I think having them separate is not a bad idea. Yeah. Could be fun. Thanks. That way we can even place them on other things easily. We can be like, well, now we're going to put the med pack on storage instead of medbay or whatever. Okay. Let's see. What else is broken here? So when we click on the ship, component placed. Ah, that's right. This used to go somewhere, I think. Component placed. I think the main might listen to it placed. When the ship component placed is signaled, I think I made it so that existing component set. I feel like some changes has disappeared for some reason. I don't know. Something has happened where some changes got reverted. A little confusing. I might have messed with the merge, where the merge got a little funky, potentially. Hi, Connie. Long time no see. Thanks for the little hydrate session. A little out of breath because I'm out of shape. Oh, by the way, I will be... This is a short session today. I'm planning on stopping the stream probably when it hits 5 o'clock my time, which is in 50 minutes. So we're just getting a brief session in. The goal here is for me to do almost every day stream, at least during the weekday. Weekend is, you know, who knows what happens. So as long as I'm keeping up with that small goal of mine, I'm okay with it. All right, where are we at here? I was doing something. Yes, I reverted some changes. It really seems like it, which is kind of upsetting, but it's okay. I mean, signal's already here, so I just need to connect the signal to probably somewhere in the ship equipment. Oh, it's already... Okay, so yeah. A lot of these are already there. It's just that when I made it... Note to self, I don't know if this is new. So once you make the full game in the tree or full component thing and all the connection, as soon as you turn it into save branch as a scene to save it as itself, some of the connections are disconnected. And I think, you know what? This might be the new change in 4.4. Because remember 4.4, they said it's no longer using the unique ID as what it used to, and it changed it. It might be a side effect of that. Like it's creating a whole new unique ID, so it doesn't know how to connect them anymore. That kind of makes sense, actually. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Okay, well, now I know. All right, cool. Hey, Viewbot. Greeting content provider. Connie says, should do this probably too, but how do you manage that after work? My trick is that I have no work. I am a full-time content creator, as far as I'm concerned. Which makes it even more probably bad. More bad. It's even worse than you thought. That I have no excuse. I have absolutely no excuse to not be streaming every day if this is my full-time job. But alas, between this and having to make scripts and YouTube videos, I think that's the biggest thing. If I was doing streaming full-time, I feel like I could do it every day. But then I'm managing actually stream and content making at the same time, which I feel like I need some time to just not be on stream. That's the hard part. So yeah, I don't know how I manage it. But I think how I'm trying to manage it right now with the other responsibility is that not whining about having to stream only like an hour, just doing it anyways, even if it's just an hour. And sometimes I feel like streaming for an hour is better than streaming for 5 hours, because you get like concentrated quality stream. Also, in terms of hitting higher average goal for partnership, which I need to do, Twitch partner, at the end of the day, I think it might contribute to increase the average view count. At least I think. If you can convince all your viewers that I'm going to stream for 1 hour and everybody joins for that 1 hour. Salutation, Viewbot. Welcome back. Okay, says, regards to signal stuff, that's the reason why I only bind stuff via code that won't break. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I try to separate it out as much as I can because to me it signals something. So if I do manual connection of the signal, in organizational and structure wise, that tells me it's meant to be set up in the tree. So it's like hard coded, like it's not something that's dynamic. I'm not expecting that component to get added or deleted in the middle of the game. Kind of like defining a variable as constant. To me, this is like defining a connection as constant when I do it here. Versus if I do it coding wise, then I'm signaling myself that this is dynamic signal connection. So I shortcut my logic to be like, okay, well, this one, handle it as if it can go away at any time versus like, you know, I don't know. I think it helps, but I might be just making things up. Viewbox says, being an adult with a full-time job does eat into the creativity. And that is where we all want to escape, right? I haven't seen a single friend of mine who's into space that's like, oh, you know what? I want to do work forever and work on my hobby at the same time. A lot of them are like, okay, I'm doing this so that I can do my hobby full time. That's always the goal, I think, for a lot of people. Oh, Connie says, true. That's the reason I only get 2 days a week done. Yeah. But I think doing it every day probably helps a lot. I feel like a lot of people that does stream more frequently seem to eventually have more viewership anyways, which makes sense because they watch you if you're consistent. And I know my average has gone down a lot recently. But when I was like, anytime I do Game Jam stream, because I am doing like every day, I noticed that the average goes up more and more and more. So I need to come back to that. Like I went from averaging like 20 to 30 to like maybe 12 now, which kind of sucks, but you know, it's okay. We can always build it back up. Ruby says, just realized I somehow got rid of the pipes I drew in the blank spaces. What the heck? Yeah, I don't know what happened to them. You used to have them. I didn't do it. Did I? I don't think so. I'm sorry. This is one thing about the commits. I mean, you can always go back to the old version of the commit and bring it back if you want. You should be able to download it separately on GitHub Web so that you don't have to redo everything. Viewbot says adulting is a trap. It really is. Or he says, wonder if we can grab the old file from someplace. Yes, you can. Let me show you. I mean, obviously you can use GitHub. Alternatively, Oh, jeez. Okay, hold on. So if you go to GitHub, go to the repository, you should be able to see old commits. Like you can actually literally click on the commits and it'll bring up the files and the versions. Okay, I don't remember my sign in. Anyways, I can't show you right now, but it's there. I promise. You can click on the commits that you know that has that file, and then you can just download the commit instead of the most recent, and then you'll have the old one. Ravi says, I figured it out. Just some layering thing. Yeah, I'm glad that you didn't have to do all the reshuffling of the commits then. Connie says, absolutely. I also realized that depends on who is streaming. The dips are big. That is true. Especially if you're sharing a lot of the viewers. For example, I share my viewers a lot with Covino and Jitspo and Hypno. And Hypno, if you're listening, Hypno is streaming all the time. I guess ideally what I need to do is like snipe it so that I stream right after Hypno is done. I know. And that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, because we go back and forth a lot, let's say I'm the less consistent one between the two of us. So it makes sense that the viewers will naturally, while I'm gone, would be watching this other person that they usually watch. And, you know, that's what happens. So either you need to increase your... Wait, what's happening here? Ravi, is this on purpose? Oh, I see. You were switching over. Oh, I see. So because it's already bright, it had to be dark line. I see. That makes sense. It's not too crazy. I was a little confused. I was like, what's happening here? Like the line just disconnected all of a sudden. Ravi said, I've got that fixed. Oh, fine. You're on top of it already. Nice. Connie says, I shared a lot with Sato. That was the reason why I choose the both days he is not streaming. I guess that makes sense. You know, at the end of the day, I wonder if there's a way to increase the overall viewership as opposed to just sharing viewers. Though I feel like sometimes if we're really sleazy, we could be like, hey, everybody viewing these 5 people, let's rotate to increase the average view for like a week so we can do partner real quick. But I guess that's considered manipulation of viewership. Anyways, where was I? That's a separate conversation. Okay, I did the toggle. Next thing is, all right, user experience wise, I need to choose only one equipment in the beginning. That's a rule. And if I select it, they get toggled. If I place something, it goes away and gets placed. If I select something else, I feel like this should come back online, right? Okay, I got it. Yeah. Okay, a few things. While we are on a selection mode, the GUI has been input and button is selected. When this is happening, the commit equipment button should be disabled. I think. Yeah. This should be disabled. Right, because I don't want to be able to commit while choosing which one to place. So let's see. Button GUI input, blah blah blah, selected as false true, and then we'll make this disabled. or is enabled? Disabled? Wait, is this not a thing? Can I not? Did I not make it so that it's disableable? Enabled. Yeah, that is a thing. What the heck? Okay. So when I'm selecting equipment, it's going to get disabled. Yeah, beautiful. And then I can choose different ones. And then when I place it, it goes away. If I choose something else, okay, hold on. And I gotta enable it again when things get placed. And then it went away. If I select something else, I should still be able to select it. But when I place it, the old one should go away, right? It should be popped out. Or should it be a manual process? Yeah, I think it should pop out. So I selected it, placed it, it got placed. If I select something else, I haven't committed to anything yet. No, but I should be able to remove things too. All right, on the ship, during the edit mode, I should be able to click on the components, right? Component. And room already detects components, I believe. Component. Like so. And components, I believe, have a signal called component selected. And that is probably something that needs to be connected. At a room level or ship level? Component. Place component in ship. Build is allowed. Room is in focus. It tries to replace it. Component has been placed. I think it should be room level actually. So when it's being parented, it's going to say component select a signal. We're going to connect that to on component selected. It should probably bind the component itself. And then we'll have component, base ship component. And then we're gonna probably have another signal that says component selected, component base ship component here, which is just bubble up. And then for each of the rooms on ready, I will add another one. Component selected, connect, handle, component selected. Don't need to bind this one. You know what? I think I'm going to change this here real quick. I have to think about this one. Okay, well, component selected is fine. I can handle this. That's fine. But I think component removal request should be by the component. So base, whoops, base ship or component. So ship component. Oh, probably some of you guys already see what's going on in my head. Probably. I think. I know a little icon. That's like 16 by 16 maybe even. And we're gonna use our little images, Alger's palette. Probably gonna have some sort of I don't know, like let's say this is the shape we're looking for. Ravi, feel free to update any of these to whatever you think is more appropriate, by the way. I know I do a lot of like ad hoc things that you might be like, I wouldn't have it done it that way. And I acknowledge that. And so I'll give you a lot of room to do whatever the heck you need to fix a lot of these things, as you know. I think you can already tell what I'm trying to do though. So make a little garbage can sign. Not particularly beautiful, but I guess that's okay, I think. All right. Should be trash icon. And I think I'll make two versions of it. So one that's closed. Like that. I guess, yeah. One that's closed and open. So we're gonna export this as trash icon closed. And then we're gonna open this up. Something like that, I guess. I don't know. Maybe put a little bit of highlight. What's the next dark? Little ominous color, that one. A little bit too green. Yeah, it's hard to tell which color I want to commit to. This is like really green. Maybe this one is better. Like that. Yeah, that's a little better. You get the point. I don't have to belabor this point too much, I think. Ravi says, I'll send you the expanded palette too. Palette, yeah. Yeah, that would be good. Or you can just update it directly. On our images folder, I've been using Eldritch palette. You can just straight up update that. Then I don't have to do anything. But yeah. Anyways, the point is that it's a, whoops, not the sheet. It is a some sort of, I keep clicking the wrong button here. Open here. And I suppose what I can do here, for example, and I think trash button can work here. Like so. And this will be keep. We'll make this size 16 by 16. Boom. And I suppose it would be above everything like that. I'm going to make it invisible and only be visible when hover. You can see right here like that. So for example, I could be like this. It's not hovering properly. It's probably because it's being covered. It's like behind everything. Hello? Would you like to be hovered on? Let's see. Oh, hover is the same thing. Here. Boop. There you go. Save. Let me restart. While do. What is spelling today? Will do. We get one of those days for sure. Seems like it's being blocked by something. Not exactly sure what it's being blocked by. It's a stop. I think it should be... Oh, base component doesn't do anything. I mean, definitely detect... Oh, I wonder if that's what it is. Thanks for the follow. This is Focus. We're focusing here today. And guess what? It has a is focus. Boom. Namesake. Congratulations. You're represented. Oh, shoot. Jeez. What a miss here. Sorry, Godot. I've been just ignoring you. Ravi says, I've got that fixed in the next... This UI stuff will do. Dude, Ravi, I mean, there's just a lot. And I keep doing stuff like one-off thing, but it's like you have the freedom to change whatever image you see on here. Like, go ham if you like. And you can always send me notes on what you're envisioning. Kodo says, do you miss working on software team or do you like solo dev life? Solo dev life is nice. Software team, do I miss it? Not necessarily. Only if I'm like, oh gosh, I wish I had a team for this, if it's like too much work. And I'm very familiar with running a team because of my work experience. Like I know how to like do project management and delegate. So it would be nice, and I think I can benefit a lot from that, but I wouldn't say I miss it. Ravi says, all right, pushed all those assets, each room and component and ship updated. We'll need to revisit the kitchen, but I have some ideas. Yeah, that's plenty. Thanks for doing all those things. I'll pull later because I want to kind of deal with this first. I feel like I have an idea why it's not hovering, because I think... Obviously, the room is stealing the input here. But here, despite that, the component is able to take the input. But I do believe I have an input like this hover logic. And hover happens When does hover happen? When it's interactable and I suppose it should be on. This trash button should only be on during trash mode, I guess. Where's process here? Process. Visible is built. Yeah. And then not only that, I think it also needs to be interactable, I think. Right. Yeah. We're going to say if it is interactable and is in build mode, process somewhere here, then the trash button will show up. Hey, thanks for the follow, the Destroyer YouTube. I'm guessing YT stands for YouTube, but I don't know. Hey, Hypnotic. That's a ship in space. Good day. Good day, mate. Yeah. 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 Also on German. Yes, it is ship in space. Welcome, welcome. Are you still streaming? Are you taking a little peek? I think it's coming along pretty nicely. This is focuses. That was fire. Have fun, mate. Thank you. McQuarrie says, so it turns out the GPU works perfectly fine, but not with my PC for some reason. Why does computer stuff have to be so complicated? Isn't that just something? Why does it have to be so complicated? That's true. Kind of working. Look, build mode, the little trash can comes up. Oh, I can actually hover over it now. Okay. Maybe, hold on. I think I need a new... might need a new Boolean. Removable. Yeah. And this is probably... removable and is focus. And then the trash button should show up. It should be is removable. Yeah. What does Hypnotic say? Ya dunst. He says that, right? Good day, ya dunst. So for some reason, every time I try to do something, I used to have something there where when I was practicing Cockney accent versus like, you know, more like posh, there was like the vowel placement of like, you put the resonance of the vowel in the between the teeth and the lip versus you bring it to the middle as more American, and you bring it to the throat and it's more Cockney. And then there's something about Australian accent being somewhere between the American middle of the mouth and then the behind. But then they have that extra layer of tension in the mouth that I need to figure out. I need to figure this out before I do my Hypnotic cosplay. Trash but visible. I need to listen. I need to watch more Hypnotic stream, I think. But yeah, I'm sorry, McQuarrie, that you're struggling with that. Are you trying to use... Wait, when you say PC, you're not talking about your new Mac, right? You're talking about your other machine? Removable should be over here. Yes. And then... No, low my desktop. Yeah, that's what I figured. I wonder why it doesn't work. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that sucks when you buy something and it's like you're excited to buy it and it just doesn't work. There might be some compatibility issue with your motherboard. That's the more likely scenario if you're trying to use the most recent graphic card. And depending on how old your CPU is, the pin set might not match some of the communication that your graphic card requires with your memories and all that. Is it still PCI Express, or is there a new version now? What is it, PCI Express X16 or something like that? Mikori says, just updated the BIOS. Now Windows is saying pin no longer works due to security, so problem just keeps going on. Yeah. 500 updates later. Answer is you need to buy a new computer. Okay. Let's see. I'm doing something here. Just a second. Ship component. Yes. Ah, yeah. Okay. This is a little bit of a tedious part, but this is like basically configuration. So I need to open up each of the components. Break room. And that is removable. Boom. Communication device. That is also removable, I think. What is it based on? Yeah, see? And base component by default is not removable. Door frame. Door frame is not removable, so it's not on. That's good. Engine is interactable, but not removable. So we'll get rid of that. Kitchen. Removable. Med bay. We're going to say that's removable as well. Navigation control. Feels like it shouldn't be removable, but it is. As Bluetooth navigation. Power supply removable. Star map removable. Wiring is different beast, so we're good here. Okay. So now I think we made it so that when it's removable plus is in focus, then the trash can icon comes up. But I think it also should be a feature that only comes up if it is if we're in build mode. So this actually should be also is build mode as well. Like so. Cool. Mikori says, how's the game coming along? It's coming along. We're now starting to clean things up, as you can see. We're doing this part where I'm trying to make it so that only one items can be placed at a time. Additionally, I'm trying to make it so that I can remove the items here. As you can see, that little trash can I feel like should stay. I feel like things should be build mode permanently during that time instead of waiting for it to be clicked. So I'm gonna go back to the main, go to the ship edit. I made it so that when the GUI button gets pressed, this start placing ship component gets highlighted. And I made it so that the ship churns into build mode during this time. When in fact, I actually want the ship to be in build mode permanently while we're in this state. So what I need instead actually a little complicated, isn't it? Okay, well, let's try this now. When the component is selected within the ship, which is right here, and this is happening in ship logic right here. If current state is you know what? I shouldn't do that. I think it should be if game state variable show equipment window, which means we're editing. If this is the case, this means we are editing equipment. Then on click, build mode should becomes true. That means every ship component also comes online. Yeah. Okay. So we're making a lot of progress to answer your question, McQuarrie. We're coming along, cleaning things one at a time. Oh, weird. Fixing one bug at a time, and hopefully we're getting to a place where we need to be. Oh, it's not even coming through. Huh. Component selected has not been connected for some reason. Room component selected, handle component selected, uses spaceship component. There's a chance that the this doesn't, but it's the same thing. Does this get signaled? No. Even this doesn't get signaled. Component has component selected, which gets emitted on select. Let me see. Is hover. Area to the input event. Event is, whoa. This is not triggering at all. Did I not? Oh, this might not be connected. Interesting. Okay, well, base component area on, what is this called? On area to the input event. Is that a thing? Input event. Ah, yes, it is. Weird. It wasn't connected. Well, now I know. Pick input event. Connected. Still not triggering. Nothing's happening on this. Huh. Is that not the kind of input event it's thinking of? On area 2D. It's not considered. Let's see. Input event occurs. Oh, it requires pickable. It is on though. Let me see. Are the children components not following along with the rules? node, put event, and is it pickable? It is. What about the... Not quite sure what's happening here. So area 2D input event doesn't work. And it is pickable. I have to search this. Unless I think the signature matches. Node, input event, shape index. And it is void. Yes. Geez. Notification. Thanks for the sub, Rec, with 2 Qs on YouTube. Mouse entered. I just feel to be true and at least one collision layer bit to be set. Yes. Is true and bit is set. I don't think I'm consuming any of the events. Pickable to be true, at least one collision layer bit to be set. That's interesting. I mean, mouse is definitely being detected because you can see the mouse doing that. But it doesn't do the click. Why? And this is where we search. Let's see. Area 2D, input event, signal not emitting. How about that? That might help. I feel like I had this issue before with the cards on my deck builder tutorial at one point, and it just magically started to work. Mouse is set to simulate touch. Oh, weirdly, it works when not instantiated. Oh, there's a bug. Has it been closed? Oh, no assignment. It's a bug. All right, well, it is both monitoring and Well, okay, fine. Let's find a way around it then, shall we? Well, it's good to know. I think it's not as, what do you call, effective potentially, but I think what I can do is actually I could do input here. And then we can shortcut interactable here. And then we'll say input is pressed. And also, this should only work if it's in focus. So we're already checking for mouse here. So it's basically saying, hey, is the area overlapping the mouse cursor? So I'm in focus and I'm pressing. Hover is a different thing, I think. I suppose I should do hover instead. Right here. Then do a selection logic. BrainsF says, last person to encounter bug has to fix it. No, not me. I didn't notice anything. What? Bug? I think this is the way I'm going to do it. Uh, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Select. All right. Component selected, emitting self. Okay. So at least some signals are going out. Ship component. Thanks for the follow, Clanky Bonsai. Bonsai. Is it Cranky or Clanky? Oh yeah, it is Clanky. Clanky Bonsai 891. Thanks for the follow. As we do. All right, so now, what bug? I'm sure somebody else runs into it. Yes, I agree. Last one who runs into it should fix it. Luckily, I'm not the last one to run into this issue, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, it's not coming through because right now if I do this, it gets to the select and it goes into... Who is this? Oh yeah, this gets emitted too. Well, what this guy? This part is not working. So it comes here, but not here. This is not being signaled. I bound component on component selected. Bound. What about base component? Select. Oh, it is already emitting self. So bind is not necessary, actually. I was being a little bit too fancy here. So I can just actually get rid of this. That might be the issue. Here, let's try it. Dungeon Magic Tactics says, is there something similar to building with blueprints in Godot like in UAE? You know, if there is one, it would have to be some community built tool. And I believe there was one somebody built. Yay! Build mode turned on. That's good. But that's not what I wanted to do there. All right, it's 5 o'clock this time. But Dungeon Magic Tactics, long time no see. Thanks for coming by. I was just saying, for your question, because you're asking, is there like a blueprint, easy way to program? Godot, is there like a blueprint for UE? I'm going to say there is a visual scripting one that somebody was working on, but it's not complete. But some, yeah, see, this person is working on it. Oh, let's see. I'm not going to go to Twitter at this point. Apparently there's some GitHub. Like, it'll have to be some individual work. I don't use it, so I can't recommend any one of them. But, you know, I'm gonna doubt that. I doubt that there is a complete one, because also that if they have a version, they will have to be using one of these things, right? The little node thing. And problem with that right now is that this node graph edit of Godot as or plugin developer is considered experimental. It's set to change how it works. And so committing any full feature or product on an experimental feature like that can change at any moment could be a little bit risky. I mean, I did it anyways, right, with this dialog plugin. So who knows? But yeah. Dungeon Magic Tactics says, I'm a noob with code. I just like using engine for test grounds. You know what? That's fair. I wish you the best with that. Honestly, that's probably awesome to have, like something like Blueprint that you can just visual code / visual script. But it wouldn't hurt to learn. Especially if you have the right content to follow along to learn. And what better way to learn than following along your favorite content creator? Look, Developer Ezra.
Isn't it just so overwhelming? You just
All right, here. All right. Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna... Little advertisement here. Because you seem to be the audience. Yes, yes, you don't want to learn how to code, but I will teach you how to code in here.
want to make a game. But whenever you type in how to make a game in the search bar, you are attacked by a fire hose of information. Maybe that's how you found me in the first place. I'll admit, a lot of these videos are already doing a great job on telling you how to get started. But more often than not, they're just showing you to the door and leave you there, instead of guiding you through the journey. So I'm here as a tour guide.
Anyways, the point is that I teach you how to code. But step by step, right? Like we do Hello World, but then we're using Godot as a coding language. So we're going from all the way from what's a function, how does that work, variables, data type. This is the lesson 1. Next one, we're going to make visual novel, probably, as we learn how to use conditional statements, and then so on and so forth. So yeah, I don't know. There's something for you. I know that you're not saying that you don't want to learn, but you know, that's what that is. All right. It's been fun. We made some progress as usual. We need to do something here. Let's see. Hold on. Give me a second. I got something here. All widgets. Hold on. You know, I gotta be faster with these like streaming functions. I need little like buttons on the table that I can press that just does things for me. Because every time I'm just like shuffling through everything and just clicking and alt tabbing. Well, anyways, Ravi says you need a stream deck. You know, I was looking into it. I just like, would setting up stream deck be too much work for me? I don't know. I mean, this is all I wanted to do right here. Thanks, followers. New followers here today. Wait. Oh, yeah, Rec from YouTube. I was like, who subscribed? Anyways, thanks, everyone. As always. Wonderful, wonderful time here. Probably send you over to somebody. I feel like we've been doing hypnotics multiple times in a row. Let's see if there's anybody else on right now. We got Covino. Covino's still on. It's been a while. We should probably send some people to Covino. Wait, is that true? Yeah. Yeah, Covino's on. Don the developer. Kernel games with the chicken and the blowfish. That's fun. Anyways, Covino it is. Wow, 57 today. Look at that. Covino's going to be a partner soon. Look at us. All right, we're going to start right here. Let's go to Covino. Hopefully, Covino's not about to leave. Making this like amazing little Super Mario type of game over there seemed fun. Great content. So yeah. Anyways, I'll see you. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.